Mirror's Edge Catalyst is in many ways the game that the original Mirror's Edge wanted to be, where that game was a very linear experience using smoke and mirrors to try and give you the feeling of openness. Catalyst really is an open world, and it's brilliant for it. No, it's not absolutely perfect, but there is a liberating freedom to just being able to aimlessly run from one rooftop to another and just explore. There's still the same physicality to the traversal that I found so alluring and brilliant from the first game, with the left shoulder button and trigger used to make Faith go over and under things respectively, and the timing needed to land a forward roll to keep up your momentum, or just leaping over and hurdling certain objects in the world is just so satisfying. You start off with a lot of your abilities from the very beginning of the game, but these are augmented over time with a few new moves that you can unlock using experience points, as well as mission-based additions such as the grappling hook, which lets you swing around or zipline up to certain set particular points. That's one way in which the City of Glass is gradually opened up to you, with each mission taking you to a new and different location. Thankfully, the grappling hook doesn't come to dominate the game, and it's by and large used very sparingly. But one thing is a very necessary and constant presence, and that's the red line that leads you to your objective and the ghost on the trail of which you follow. You can tone this down to classic mode, which simply highlights the key launching points and traversal objects in the world, or you can remove it entirely, but that's for the advanced players who have learned how to get around the world already and know so many of the routes that you want to take already. If you don't have it turned on, you will find yourself getting completely lost, or find yourself backed into a corner during a mission with Kruger-sec goons gunning you down. And that leads me to the weakest part of the game. Just as Glass is presented as a utopian vision for the future on the surface, but is really a dystopia for the masses and the underclasses, Catalyst's glorious freerunning can become unhinged as soon as enemies start to show up. Most of the time you can simply run past them or bop them on the side of the head and get them out of your way, with your momentum giving you a shield to soak up the damage that you might otherwise take if you were stood still. But there's a few moments in the game, and these are key turning points in certain missions, where you are forced to stand and fight, and they are just so tedious and awkward. The AI aren't even clever for one thing, they just rush at you, and tougher enemies take far too long to take them out and knock them down. The final boss battle is actually a tiresome fight against two enemies where I was just running around in a circle for 10 minutes, keeping my momentum high so that I could occasionally turn around, take a quick swipe and then run a bit more to get away from them. And that fight was just after a particularly aggravating climb up a tower which exhibited what can go so very, very wrong with first-person platform. It's a real shame because strip away those few points, those few duff notes, and you have a game that's all about freedom. Just how the time trials set you a target point and give you a route there, you are told that, hey, this is the route that you can follow, but you won't get there very quickly. You've got to explore, you've got to find your own path for a good time and a 3-star rating. And that's when Mirror's Edge is at its best, with the exhilarating feeling of nailing a perfect run that you yourself have found and created. But on a few too many occasions, DICE just managed to forget that point. Thanks for watching this video, and please do subscribe for when we do actually manage to make some more of them. And as for Mirror's Edge Catalyst itself, you can head over to thesixthaxis.com for our written and scored review, as well as plenty more gaming news, previews, reviews, and features. Until next time, goodbye!
Don't let them spot you.
Thanks. And good that you stayed out of sight.